when you power your Boondock Echo device, most people are going to plug it in. It doesn't really matter which port, they're the same as far as power goes. They're both connected to one another. But you're going to plug it into something. And whatever source you choose, it might be clean, it might be noisy. The noise level of that source will dictate audio quality. So if it's plugged into a noisy source, you're going to get noisy analog to digital conversion, and you'll actually be able to hear just this really weird warble or noise in all of your recordings. And that's because you've got a bad power supply. Now, there are other reasons too, even if you have a clean power supply, that you can get noise. One of them is something called a ground loop. So let's say you've got your radio on a charger and you've got the Boondock Echo on a different charger. These things are going to be disconnected from AC power by two independent transformers. After they go through all of their processing, they're going to have different ground reference levels, right? We think of ground as this universal 0 volt, and it's just not. One device's ground might not be the other device's ground. And the way that you can deal with that is by putting in some sort of a ground loop isolator. But what you want to do is put in an isolation transformer between your audio source and your audio sink, so that if you do have two different ground references, that you're not going to send current from one device to the other. And that will absolutely happen if you put your radio on to charge and your Boondock Echo, is not, then the radio is probably going to shoot up to, 3, 4, 5 volts above the Boondock Echo. And energy is going to go on the ground line from here down to here. And that will absolutely muddy up your audio quality.